everybody. It's so close to Christmas. I can't believe it. Oh, sorry. I had the other page open. I was like, how can I hear myself? All right. So it's so nice to have so many people here. A bunch of people joined. Let me give shout outs to the new members. Oh, someone joined earlier and I don't see them here. All right. Let me see who I can see. I apologize. Sebastian Morneau with a cool branding on his avatar there. Welcome. Let's see here. Bianca, thank you for joining. I'm so bad at pronunciation. Bianca, welcome. Justin Hulve. Oh, that's a nice photo. You too, Bianca. You guys, I get to see you all. I like that. Thank you, everybody. It's so nice to have everyone here. We are so close to Christmas. Christmas is Friday, for Pete's sake, which also means Wonder Woman. And I will be doing a watch-along on that Sunday. You guys voted and you guys picked Sunday. So I'm sorry for people who are international, but unfortunately you don't have the movie anyway. But we're going to do a watch-along on Sunday, this Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I can't wait to watch the movie again with you guys. It's going to be so much fun. So today, because, I'm trying to catch up on my coverage and there's no other news to cover today, I thought I would go over and I'm doing a Boba Fett Disney Plus Star Wars video because that's news. So that's going to be going up this evening after this is done. I'm about 3/4 of the way through editing that. It takes longer to put my videos up because my videos are a little longer now. And also I never want to skimp on the editing. So sorry about that. So that video will go up today. And then, it's just a mix of the holidays and a whole bunch of stuff going on. But anyway, I thought I would wrap up my Disney Investor Day coverage with the Disney movies and TV shows during a live stream. I thought it would be fun to do because I just did an Ask Me Anything the other day, so I didn't want to give you another one. I thought that was too much Ask Me Anythings. So, so there are no boops today. No boops today. But at the end, you can, of course, still ask me anything that you would like, and I'll do a couple of shout-outs. We'll have a stream tomorrow as well. I don't know if we're going to have a stream on Wednesday, but we should have a stream tomorrow. So I want to make sure we get our streams in. And then it'll become a little easier after Christmas because it won't be Christmas anymore. And so, no, I'll do one boop when we start, Roy. All right, so let's get started. And again, I'm going to be going over the Disney Investor Day announcements for the Disney proper projects, which are their movies and television shows. Rashad, I'm going to try and do the trailer breakdowns tomorrow and Wednesday, or at least some of them. I'm just trying to get this stuff up. It's difficult. Okay, just like family in the pandemic. So it's got like Christmas, the pandemic, videos, just a bunch of stuff. All right, so, happy birthday, Faisal. Happy birthday to you. That's wonderful. All right, so, boop. All right, so let's get started. So we're going to do the movies first. So it was announced that Cruella is not going to Disney Plus, as had been anticipated. Deadline is the one that reported that. They said they heard that Disney was going to put Cruella on Disney Plus, and to be fair to Deadline, some of their scoop was right, but they were incorrect on that one. Now, I think incorrect is a harsh word. I don't think Deadline was incorrect about Cruella. I think Disney was considering it, but ultimately decided not to do it, probably because of Emma Stone. It's a big name talent. I think they probably felt that, let's see. This is a constantly evolving situation. I think that nobody expected the box office to get worse, which it did this past weekend, as we all saw, as we discussed on Movie Math yesterday. So as of right now, Black Widow and Cruella are still theatrical releases only for May. So let's see if, by the time those ad campaigns need to start up again, if it looks like things are in better shape. Hey, Blue Druid, if you join during a stream, you get a shout out when you join. So that's going exclusive to theaters. And they also highlighted The Little Mermaid. They had no additional information about The Little Mermaid. Word was they were going to start filming pretty soon in London, but they didn't mention that during the Disney Investor Day conference. And by the way, it's a good thing they didn't, because London is having a horrible situation with a new strain of the coronavirus. Hey, if you're in London and in the south of the UK, please be safe. And, of course, our governor, Cuomo, talked about the fact that he was very concerned that a strain of that, he said, just takes one person to get on a plane from the UK and fly to New York. Hey, Stephen Reed. And bring that new strain of coronavirus here to the United States, which, of course, is what happened with Italy and why New York was the epicenter of the coronavirus outbreak in the United States at the beginning. I think that's a valid concern. I'm worried about it, and I think it's crazy that the United States, no offense, England, hasn't cut off travel from the UK. No one and also even in Europe, they were like, okay, everybody, you can't come over here tomorrow. So of course everyone comes over there that day. I mean, if you don't shut these things down immediately, Mikey, I'm very sorry to hear that new strain is moving north in the UK as well. But I'm not surprised because they let everybody out. They were like, all right, nobody leave London on Sunday. And they said that like on Friday. So on Saturday, like everyone left London, which is a disaster. So I hope this new thing is not a problem. It's just when we seem like we were turning a damn corner, we might actually be plunged into an even worse situation. Nobody should be basically traveling anywhere, quite frankly. But, the airline companies want to make money. The train companies want to make money. It's just a difficult situation. And how many relief packages can there be? All right. Wesley, I don't know if the vaccine covers the new strain. They don't know. It's so new. They don't know. They don't know if the only difference is if it's more contagious or if the difference is it's also a worse symptoms or if you get it. Nobody knows. It's ridiculous. The reason that Australia and New Zealand are doing so well is that they're islands and they haven't let anybody in. And it's worked out really well for them. But nobody else is willing to do it. All right, so back to movie news. All right, so Little Mermaid is supposed to, basically be filming now, but I don't think that's obviously going to be happening. You just can't send people there in case that's going on. But they did give it a nice little spotlight. We already know the cast already, and I am really looking forward to seeing Halle Bailey in her costume. I'd love to get a first look at her as Ariel. I think that would really do a lot to get people like really excited and bring people on board who aren't currently on board, but I mean, get on board. I think that I would love, we're just waiting on that first look, but they can't reveal it too soon. I'd love to see what Melissa McCarthy looks like as Ursula, although I think they'll probably hold that for the trailer, just like they did with Will Smith. But I think Halle Bailey as Ariel. What do you think? Should they release a Halle Bailey as Ariel photo early, or would you wait for the trailer? Chico says, I want to see my girl. Zeester says, wait a little bit. Jose says, a first look. Yeah, I would only wait to release a first look if they're starting to film. Given by Gabriel says she's already dyed her hair. Well, I hope she likes having red hair because I bet she's not able to really use it. Maybe concept art. Jose had a good idea, some concept art. I like the concept art idea. That's a good idea. Putting out some concept art, I think, would be very clever. All right, so just to reiterate, Black Widow, Cruella, and Little Mermaid are still theatrical releases exclusively. Now let's talk about the movies that Disney Plus has coming. So Peter Pan and Wendy, which is basically Peter Pan, Peter and Wendy, and Pinocchio are indeed, as Deadline had reported, moving to Disney Plus. Now, it must have cost a lot of money to make those contracts go to streaming. They had to really pay for Jude Law as Captain Hook, and then Robert Zemeckis and Tom Hanks in Pinocchio. But they had to pay them a lot of money to be able. Tom Hanks and Jude Law on Disney Plus, that's a big freaking deal. That's a lot. That's a big deal. And so they probably had to pay them a considerable amount of money to get them to agree to that. So everybody else, I think, you don't have to pay them that much more money, but I think for those three people, they probably had to up their talent deals. So those movies are moving exclusively to Disney Plus, and I hope that it doesn't affect the quality of the productions. Like, I enjoyed Godmothered and Lady and the Tramp, but they weren't theatrical releases. And I think that Peter Pan and Wendy deserve theatrical level adaptations. So barfing up fantasy, as I've been saying, but with love. I say that with love. That's my loving description of Disney live action fairy tales. So I just get nervous that Peter and Wendy and Pinocchio won't look as good now that they're known to be for Disney Plus. Tom Hanks is playing Geppetto, Alex. I really loved Lady and the Tramp, and I loved Godmother. I just think the quality of the production design just isn't the level of a movie. That's my concern. That's my only concern with these. Speaking of name talent, though, there are a lot of big celebrities coming to Disney+. This is impressive. Hocus Pocus 2 is confirmed with a nice little logo, as you can see there. 3 Men and a Baby. They said that, as has been reported, Zac Efron is going to be starring, but they didn't mention anything else about the production. They didn't put any other actors in. They didn't put a director attached to it. So that's probably still pretty far away. Cheaper by the dozen, and you're starting to see Disney Plus use those Fox brands. Cheaper by the Dozen is on its third remake now. It's going to be done by Kenya Harris, who did Blackish, of course. And he's going to make it a movie with Gabrielle Union will star. That's great for her. And it's going to be a blended family, so probably a little Brady Bunch action there as well. So that's going to happen. Then they're also bringing back Fox's Night at the Museum and Diary of a Wimpy Kid, but both of those will be animated instead of live action. So you're seeing a reverse. Just like Disney can turn animation into live action, they can also turn live action into animation. And they didn't say if Ben Stiller's involved with the Night at the Museum thing at all, but they did say that Sean Levy, who directed those films, will be involved behind the scenes. I don't think he's going to direct it, but he's going to produce. So, I don't know. I'd be curious to see what an animated Night at the Museum looks like. Hopefully that will allow them to do even more than they did in the live-action movies. And then also, just to reiterate, they're animating a new Night at the Museum and Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And Diary of a Wimpy Kid will look like the design of the cover illustration. So that'll be a little Snoopy Peanuts style, which I think is interesting. And then they're bringing Ice Age back. Of course they're bringing Ice Age back, right? But they're not paying for any of the huge name talent that has voiced the movies. Only Simon Pegg will return as Buck Wild. They only wanted to pay for one person, and that's who they're paying for. So they're going to do an Ice Age movie, and I think that's very smart. I don't know if Ben Stiller is involved with Night at the Museum, as I said, Lloyd Lester. They didn't mention it. Maybe they're still working on that deal. Then, this is, I think huge. As you can see, I even gave them their own little area on the pictures here. They got Amy Adams to return for Disenchanted. That's incredible to me. That's a sequel of course, Enchanted. And the fact that they got her to return, I think just is amazing. I can't believe they got her to return. And I bet they could get James Marsden and Susan Sarandon too. But that's just incredible. That is such a coup by Sean Bailey, who runs the Disney division. I'm really, really impressed. I can't wait to see that. Everyone's going to pay attention to that. You're right, and Patrick Dempsey. I forgot about Patrick Dempsey. He's got nothing to do. I'm sure he is returning. And then Sister Act 3, Whoopi Goldberg will return. She doesn't really act anymore. She, of course, has a new chapter in her career, a very successful one, as the main host of The View, taking over for Meredith Vieira. I'm so happy I remembered that name. I was like, can I do it? I remembered. So Meredith Vieira, of course, who went to go on the Today Show, then left there because that didn't work out. Be careful when you leave a gig that's working. And so Whoopi Goldberg, though, I'll be curious to see her return to acting. I hope it's not Sister Act 3, The New Generation, and Whoopi Goldberg just kind of drives through and collects a paycheck. I hope she is the star of the movie. I also hope they get the rest of the cast to return. Kathy Najimy's already coming back for Hocus Pocus 2. I hope she has a double career. Oh, that's right, Chris. For those of you watching The Stand, is Whoopi Goldberg have a big role in The Stand, or does she just kind of show up here and there? Whoopi can act, Patrick O'Donnell. Anyone who's seen Jumping Jack Flash knows it's fantastic. Oh, that's right, given by Gabriel. Tyler Perry is producing Sister Act 3. I think Tyler Perry's a lot of fun. I like his films. Only one episode has gone up, so nobody knows. All right, well, I hope she does a good job. That's right, Madeline. Whoopi Goldberg was in freaking Ghost. She's a big, big star. I'll tell you a funny story about Jumping Jack Flash. When I was little, we got a TV in my room with my siblings. And so we like to sneak movies and watch them late at night. So I wanted to put on Batman, but because I was a very well-behaved child, I wanted to run into the other room and tell my parents that we were going to watch a movie. I was like, yeah, just so you know, we're staying up and watching a movie in our room. So I ran back, I got under the covers, and I pressed play, And instead of Batman coming on, it was Jumping Jack Flash, because my sister had changed the video, the DVD when I went into the other room. And I just thought that was so funny, and she laughed so hard. I'll never forget it. And I just thought that was fantastic. And I will always like Jumping Jack Flash more for that reason, because that was just such a great memory for me. I thought that was great. All right, so that's just fantastic. All right, so Sister Act 3. I think that Sister Act 3 and Disenchanted are going to be just so big for Disney Plus. It's just ridiculous. All right, so then Rescue Rangers. They're doing a Rescue Rangers movie. It's a live-action animation hybrid. John Mulaney, who is in the news today for an unfortunate reason, he is unfortunately going into rehab. I feel bad for him. He's, of course, friends with Pete Davidson, who also has his own rocky journey to sobriety. So I hope that everything works out for John Mulaney. But he has a gig waiting for him. I hope so. He's doing the work to get back into it. I think he'll be fine. So he's voicing Chip, and Andy Samberg's voicing Dale. They've never spoken before fully. So I guess they did in Rescue Rangers. Yeah, they did. I've been watching a lot of Disney Plus lately, so I've been watching some of the Chip and Dale animated shorts. One of my favorites is Pluto's Christmas Tree, where, of course, they don't really quite talk that much. But anyway, yeah, it is like Tom and Jerry, basically. And I think that, Chip and Dale kind of take on like some of the aggressiveness that other cartoons can do outside of Disney. And so I think I think that's their answer to Looney Tunes, like the Donald Duck, Chip and Dale cartoons of when they originally did them. Akiva Schaffer will direct, and Seth Rogen has a cameo. They said you won't be able to miss it. I think it's very tricky to do a Chip and Dale live. I think this is going to be difficult. I'm nervous about this. I like the talent that's involved, but I just feel that I don't really know if it's a fit with the material. I don't want edgy Rescue Rangers, but I don't know if the people involved can do anything but that. So let's see. That's funny, Patrick O'Donnell. Chip and Dales are also male strippers. Will they be able to resist that joke? I don't know if this group can resist that joke. Should they resist that joke? If I were in the writer's room and they said, why don't we make a Chip and Dale's joke, I would be torn. I'd be like, maybe I need to see it because it's very funny, but maybe it's too edgy. I don't really know. I mean, once you put that out there, you kind of change the Chip and Dale brand forever. Everyone will always definitely think of that. So I don't know. It's really difficult to do that. All right, so also they're doing a live-action movie called Flora and Ulysses. I don't know if you saw the during the Disney Investor Day, if you were tuning in, they had a little preview for it, and it's about a little girl who has a squirrel pet that has superpowers like a superhero. And I was like, man, this isn't the squirrel girl from Marvel that everybody wanted. Instead, it's this little girl and her pet squirrel. It looked like torture to me to watch, but maybe some other people would be interested in that. Yeah, everybody agrees that Flora and Ulysses was like Squirrel Girl. It was kind of weird. But, instead of Squirrel Girl, we're getting a girl and her squirrel. And I'm like, what? So close yet so far. See, Elliot thought the preview was adorable. Who would watch Flora and Ulysses? Flora and Ulysses is apparently like a real thing, like it's based on a book or something. I like that Patrick O'Donnell said, never. Never say never, Patrick. You don't know how bored you could get, although that's never going to happen anymore, streaming. Oh, Roy would watch it. Most people would not. I don't think we're the target audience for it, but it looked pretty bad to me. But I'm glad that a few of you are interested in it. And then they also said they're going to do 3 movies like the current film that's out, Safety. I have to say, Safety, I saw the trailer for it. I didn't react to it. Safety looked like a pretty good movie to me. But it just has the unfortunate position of coming out at the worst time for coverage and I think for people to watch it. I think if Safety had come out in January, I think it would have done quite well and gotten more attention. Like I checked Disney Plus I was watching Miracle on 34th Street last night on Disney Plus because that's now a Disney movie because they bought Fox. And I was like, let me check out trending. And I was sad to see that Safety was like nowhere near the top. But anyway, they're going to keep making Safety is based on a real story about a high school a football player who was very successful, but unfortunately his younger brother would have to either go into foster care or he would have to take care of him. So he agreed to take care of his brother so he wouldn't have to go into the foster care system, but he had to do it while he was at school, playing football and studying. And it looked pretty good to me. It looked actually better than pretty good. Aaliyah watched it and she said it was excellent. So again, it's unfortunate that it came out like at a bad time. But they're making more of these. They're going to focus on 3 more real-life athletes and coaches. And I think that's great. I hope they get better release dates. All right, now let's go to the shows. Oh my God, I'm not done. Can you believe it? All right, so those are just movies. Now Disney is also developing some Disney original shows. Wilson also watched it and said it was good. That's fabulous. It looked really good. It's just, I don't have time to watch it right now. All right. That's right, Doggomania. This is technically a boop. All right, so, hey, Terry Blade, thanks for joining. Your avatar picture is very interesting. All right, so anyway, of course, they said they're still working on that Beauty and the Beast prequel with Josh Gad and Luke Evans, with Alan Menken coming back to do some more music. So they're working on that. Still no release date. They're also developing a new Swiss Family Robinson, which I'd actually be kind of interested in. Percy Jackson, which of course everyone is excited about, but they had no new information about it. No talent attached, no release date at all, or even production start. The Mighty Ducks, they said they're bringing that back. No new information on that. And then also, they highlighted some new, and also Turner and Hooch. They're going to turn that into a series. Then they spotlighted 2 new shows that are coming actually very soon. They've actually been filmed, so we got to see some footage on Disney Investor Day. One is Big Shot with John Stamos going from being a professional basketball coach to coaching girls basketball. And oh, it's going to get crazy. You know, that looked okay to me, but watch a lot of people watch it. People really like John Stamos, so let's see. And then The Mysterious Benedict Society, which is apparently based on a book, but it looks so much like an all-ages ripoff of the Umbrella Academy. Now look, Loki is kind of a ripoff of the Umbrella. The Umbrella Academy is so great. Everybody wants their own version. It's a little bit like Game of Thrones in that regard, which I think is pretty interesting. So, that's funny. Tom Hanks should cameo in Turner and Hooch, Ben Green. I was like, where should Tom Hanks cameo? And you're right. So anyway, it's a little Lemony Snicket as well, Mika. But, you know, Marvel has their own Umbrella Academy coming up, and so now does Disney+. I like Tony Hale, but it's such a ripoff of the Umbrella Academy and Lemony Snicket that I feel it's a little insulting. I mean, I'll probably review it, but I don't know. Are you guys going to watch it? That's right, Patrick O'Donnell. Technically, the TVA was invented in the comics for Marvel before the Umbrella Academy ever came out. But, as I always say, whoever gets to the mainstream public first wins. Oh, I'm seeing a mix. You know what is going to be, I think, really crucial? You couldn't really tell from the trailer. How young does it skew? Does it skew for, like, little kids? Like, Lemony Snicket skewed really young. Bianca, I love your enthusiasm. I'm so glad. You new member. You got that new member freshness. I love it. Although you guys are all really great. Let's see here. I see a couple of maybes. I'm in the maybe camp myself. I'll definitely watch the first episode. And as I said, review it. Depends how much stuff's happening at that time. It's going to be tough. All of these streaming services are going to be jockeying soon for release dates and attention from the press because there's just so much coming out. Like, you're going to have to, I'm going to have to pick and choose what I cover. You guys have to be sure to let me know what you want me to cover. That's very helpful to me. Thank you, Do-Us. I'm glad you like my sweater. Were you formerly the Dua Lipa fan? When I saw Dua Lipa on Saturday Night Live Saturday night, and I was reminded of the member who used to have, if that's you, a Dua Lipa name. All right, everybody, it's 6:25. You can ask me anything you like until 6:35, and then I must go. I thought Dua Lipa was pretty good on SNL. I thought she looked fantastic, and I liked her second outfit with the white swan hat, but I thought she sang songs that were too old. Wesley says, Grace, what's your favorite Christmas side dish? I like rainbow cookies from Stu Leonard's, and I wasn't able to get any this year because of the stupid pandemic. Hopefully next year. Thank you, Carrie. I'm glad a lot of you like my sweater. Crown Wolf says, I wish we could move up the release date for WandaVision. Oh, it's going to come up real fast. Don't you worry. I can't wait. David James, I tweeted out my new favorite Christmas song the other day. It's Hey Barbie Minaj, welcome back. Is that you? I'm actually getting to see you finally. Barbie Minaj is a longtime BCC member of the community. It's what was the song? It was the Christmas Cha 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 by like some Hugo something orchestra. It's so good. Maggie, I don't think I'm going to do a Tenet spoiler review. I just don't have the time to do it. I have too much other stuff to do. I didn't see Patty Jenkins' comments about directing World War III. Would you please repeat them to me? Brett says, did you like Wonder Woman 1984 better than the first film? It's tough. I think that they even out because Wonder Woman 1984 is just more. It's just such a potent 2.5 hours that you can tell it's being made by a more experienced in blockbusters. Like Patty Jenkins seems so much more confident, but I think it led her to make some mistakes like the lack of action. Let's see how the movie does. I don't want to be a downer on Wonder Woman 1984 until we see how it turns out. Because I loved the movie. Latoro, WandaVision is a weekly show, and I think that's the way to go. I didn't like the weekly format before, but I'm on board. You know, I credit The Boys season 2. It's like going through detox. It was a tough situation, but now I'm firmly a fan of the week to week. Patty Jenkins said she'd only direct Wonder Woman 3 if it's theatrical. You know, people say I caused a lot of drama. I think Patty Jenkins is causing a lot of drama. You know, she's going around saying that they forced her to put the third act in the first Wonder Woman. Now she's going around putting shade about it's going to only be theatrical. Of course it's only going to be theatrical. And why even say that at this point? I think she was going around saying that she was going to not do Wonder Woman 1984 if they didn't pay her enough. I think it detracts from the movie. Hey, Joe Walker. Brett says, is Soul still your #1 film of 2020? You know, it might be. I'm not sure. I really like Da 5 Bloods too, but I really like Soul. I'm going to watch Soul again on Christmas Day. So I'm not sure if it's my #1. I have to work on my, Wonder Woman 1984 coming out on Christmas is messing up my end-of-year videos. But don't worry, they might come out in early January. But they're going to come. Elliot, happy birthday to your dad. Who asked that? Jason says, who is your casting choices for the MCU Fantastic Four? I just don't want it to be kids. I don't want teenage Fantastic Four. I don't want them to be the age of Peter Parker. That would really annoy me. Hey, DP Sleep K3. Chico, it's your grandpa's birthday. I know Chico very well. He's not trolling. It really is his grandpa's birthday. Let's see here. Chico, my family opens gifts on Christmas Day. I have to wrap all my gifts still. Let's see here. Hey, Craft King 43. Devin says, what are you more excited about, X-Men or Fantastic Four? Well, I'm a huge X-Men fan, so it's definitely X-Men. But I think they're probably a tougher nut to crack for Feige, so I'm not at all surprised that he's moving forward with the Fantastic Four. I've never loved the Fantastic Four, to be honest with you. So Kevin Feige has made me love Captain America finally. And I finally got Wonder Woman thanks to Wonder Woman 1984, the peaceful side of Wonder Woman. So I would love for a Fantastic Four movie to win me over to that team as well. Dancing Dog 60 says, Grace, I noticed the Predator show wasn't mentioned at the Disney investors. That's true. I don't know. Is it necessarily going to Disney Plus, though? That might be, or FX Hulu? Let's see here. Let me look that up really quick and just refresh myself. Who broke that story? Oh, yes, there it is. Okay. Predator is returning with 10 Cloverfield Lane Helmer, Dan Trachtenberg. Let's see here. looks like it might be a movie. Or it's a TV show. They don't really clarify. Maybe that's why. Ashley says, hey Grace, favorite brand of eyeshadow. I always love your eye makeup. Oh, thank you. I worked so hard on it. I got a MAC tutorial a few years ago and it really worked out. I actually have my makeup right here, so I'll tell you. I wear Laura Mercier as my eyeshadow. I wear contact lenses, so I can't have anything that has glitter in it. And so I wear Black Plum. That's the color. Black Plum, Laura Mercier. And then I wear eyeliner from MAC. Love MAC. All my makeup except for the eyeshadow is MAC. And I wear the Black Track, black pot of makeup. So I really love it. So I hope that's helpful to you, Ashley. Hey, Victor Desmet. And I'm still working my way through my favorite lipstick brand, Nicki Minaj's lipstick from MAC. And Roberto, who watches BTT and works at MAC, was so nice at the time and hooked me up with I have 20 of these. So I'll have my lipstick color for a while. And then someday I'll have to find a new shade. But this is my favorite shade. Nicki Minaj, what was it called? The Pink Print. She sure came up with a good lipstick color. Let's see here. I saw a couple of you asking about Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. I don't believe I'm going to have time to review it right now. I just have too much stuff going on. I was so happy. If I'd known it was going to shoot to #1 when it debuted on Netflix, I would have reviewed it. Justice League, the Zack Snyder thing is coming out in March. I don't know the exact date in March, ES. Matt Damrich says, Wonder Woman 1984 snack ideas. Make sure you have something that'll last for a while because it's 2.5 hours. I just think some fun comfort food would be a good idea. And make sure you have your tissues because you are going to cry. You're going to cry, cry, cry. Drake, as I tweeted Drake Benefield. It's so nice to get someone, you caught my eye. It's nice to meet you, Drake. As I tweeted, as of right now, Zack Snyder's Justice League is going to be a 4-hour movie. It's not going to be episodes anymore. They changed that. Let's see here. I know why that is, but I shall tell you when it's officially announced. Yeah, Richard, I'm not sure what a very 80s snack is. If you can find some food that to you is very 80s, that would be a great thing to have while you watch Wonder Woman 1984. I have some popcorn I'm saving to have for our watch-along. It's going to be great. Oh, but 6:35. All right, time for shout-outs. You guys can give me shout-outs. Yes, Chris Sanchez, the Zack Snyder Cut now will drop all at once. All right, so everybody, thank you so much. I'd like to do some shout-outs. So just say what you're up to, what you're doing for Christmas, anything like that at all. Oh, Kevin, Doritos. That's a great Wonder Woman 1984 snack. That's funny. Madeline says, eating my leftover birthday cake from yesterday. Was yesterday your birthday, Madeline? If so, happy birthday. Matt says, coming at you from work in Michigan. Awesome. Devin, Pop Rock. Oh, Devin's Pop Rocks is great too. Nerds Candy. I like this theming. TJ Williams is eating a hot bowl of spaghetti in upstate New York. That sounds delicious. Maybe I'll make myself some pasta and shrimp for dinner tonight. Let's see here. Jacob is booking my Wonder Woman 1984 tickets for tomorrow, seeing it in Australia. Oh, that's great. Stay safe. Let's see here. Dancing Dog 60 is drinking tea with lemon and ginger in Boston. Way to stay healthy. I love it. Spaceman is drinking some iced tea in Wisconsin. Love it. As you know, I'm a big iced tea drinker. During this pandemic, I had to order a pitcher, and I make my own iced tea now. Damn it. It's not that hard, but I used to like buying it from somebody else. Let's see here. David is taking a break from gaming in Winnipeg, Canada. David Gruix. Chad, formerly known as CJ Parker, says, just lit my holiday candle in Manhattan looking for a movie to watch. Aw, why don't you watch Miracle on 34th Street? Love that movie. It was so good last night. I gotta tell you, with Christmas movies, I've been kind of like, man, I feel like I just watched this movie. I don't want to watch it. And then I started again, and I'm like, I gotta watch a Christmas movie, because I know, I just forced myself to press play. Because I know as soon as it's the day after Christmas, I'll be like, no, I wasted it. I should have watched them. So I've been forcing myself to watch Christmas movies, and I have to tell you that every single time, I really am happy that I did. Like, I watched Arthur Christmas on Saturday, and it was fantastic. And then I watched, well, I've seen these before, and then I rewatched Miracle on 34th Street last night. Let's see here. Let's see. Logan is submitting some of my design team's creations for awards in Dallas, Texas. Oh, that's great. Kevin is reading comics in Montreal. Let's see here. So, Sabian says, hello from New Hampshire. Hello, friend in the north. Bianca, hey Bianca, says, I love you, Grace. I've been a fan for so long, and I still recall inviting you to the New York Games Hunger Exhibition in New York so many years ago. So thanks for that, and thanks for your entertainment. Oh, Bianca, that's so sweet. I remember going to that. That was like surprisingly well done. I loved it. I got some great swag from that. It was a great event. So Bianca, it's so nice to see you and talk to you again. Holden. Oh, Holden. Holden was a great friend on Twitter the last few days. So Holden's a superstar. I'm glad that your avatar matches. If you match your Twitter avatar to your YouTube avatar, it really helps me kind of like build a relationship with you. So Holden is a sweetheart, and he is wrapping last-minute gifts in Kentucky. Let's see here. Ben Green is catching up on Mando Season 2 in Birmingham, England. Well, stay safe, Ben, and nobody put any spoilers. Let's see here. MJC, nope, we're just finishing up here. Hocus Pocus has just finished constructing this year's gingerbread house. Oh, that's great. I hope it looks good. Tweet me a picture. ES is drinking hot chocolate, getting ready for a final exam tomorrow. Ooh, so close to Christmas. That sucks. Adam Mohammed says it's sleep time in the UK. Stay safe. Faisal says having some leftover birthday cake as well in Kuwait. So many birthdays. Happy belated birthday to you as well, Faisal. Sam Greer says, I'm so glad I became a member. I'm in Indiana. Oh, that warms my heart, Sam. That's just the sweetest thing ever. Ben says, my birthday was also yesterday. Now I'm getting ready to go to sleep and hungry as usual. Oh, that's so nice. Juan Vargas is just gift wrapping for Christmas and having hot chocolate in Canada. Oh, I don't know if you saw my Instagram, but I had some delicious hot chocolate at my parents' house this weekend with some whipped cream in it. It was so good. Let's see here. Mikey Bray says, I'm in the Yorkshire, UK, planning my family's Christmas cocktail for the year. Oh, that's very interesting. I like that. Stephen Turner says, buying gifts for myself in Brooklyn. Good for you. You've had a rough year, Stephen, as we all have. You deserve lots of Christmas gifts. Oh, Kevin, you should definitely watch Miracle on 34th Street, the original one. It's so good. Rashad is eating nacho fries, enjoying my day off with some nostalgic Naruto on Netflix in Las Vegas. Oh, that sounds like you're really treating yourself. Project Series is also wrapping gifts. I'm happy to keep you guys company while you get your Santa on. Thank you, Super Extrovert. I did get to see my parents. Let's see here. When I worked at Macy's, they have you watch Miracle on 34th Street before, it's part of the training. I worked in Santaland. Let's see here. Dua says, hello from Toronto, heating up some onion rings for dinner. Oh, I have onion rings. Maybe I'll have onion rings. And going to watch Happiest Season. Stay fabulous. Oh, that's so sweet. You're going to love that. That's a great movie. Hey, Talon Piner. Thanks for joining. Okay, I'll do like 5 more shout-outs, and then I must finish the Star Wars video. Daimani is heading home from the gym in the Bronx, going to eat Chipotle. Well, you earned it. You just got it. You were just at the gym. Ari says, tilling with a tub of Ben & Jerry's in London. Oh, that's great. That's a good way to quarantine. Let's see here. Kyle Selby says, eating a pomegranate in a bowl. So much effort, but worth it. That's great. I don't like pomegranate, but I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Daniel Montalvo says, Grace, I'm so thankful for your determination and amazing content this year. It got me through a tough pandemic and online school. Oh, I love you too, Daniel. That's so sweet. You guys helped me too, you know. This is a two-way street, these live streams. You guys have been wonderful, and I don't feel so much like I haven't spent time with nobody because I've been with you guys. Talon says, hi, Grace, fan from 2010 here. Oh, I'm so glad. Thanks for sticking with me. So excited to finally have enough money to give you some love. Oh, I really do appreciate that, Talon. It is helpful, and that's so sweet, and I'm so excited you're a member. That means you can comment if you decide to join us on Sunday for Wonder Woman 1984. And also, we're going to have another stream tomorrow for sure. All right, I better get to this video. It's so nice seeing you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll have a lovely day, and I just love our interaction so much. Oh, Podge Durka says hello from Tier 4. Yeah, that's no joke, Podge Durka. Wear a mask if you go out. Stay safe. Stay safe, everybody. Don't let your guard down because it's Christmas. I know that it's hard. I know that you're like, oh man, it's Christmas. You know, you're fighting against an invisible enemy. Please be careful. You don't want to get coronavirus for Christmas. So just please be safe. You know, just know that I think we're rounding the corner on this, hopefully. All right. So see you soon, everybody. And that Star Wars video will be up shortly. Well, not shortly, but it's coming. Alex is in Tier 4 too. Everybody be very, very careful. All right. Bye. See you soon. Goodbye, everyone.